I just want to read quickly a few points which you already analyzed in advance and which Brian mentions. So I think it's important for us to read from, um, I don't know if he's a scholar, but as a professor of biblical studies, I would say that he has a lot of credibility in what he writes. So I just want to read this to help us understand what you just said. So he says that in Deuteronomy 1:4 and Joshua 12:4, Og is described as reigning or enthroned in the same location as Repiu, which we just mentioned, that was patron deity in Ugaritic myth, um, using the same language, further suggesting reliance on earlier tradition in the Bible's memory of Og as a shadowy, fearsome leader with connections to the divine realm. As such, and as one of the Aboriginal inhabitants of the Levant or Levant, I'm not sure, Og would also then be a giant, as would his people, the Rephaim. And then it says, check Deuteronomy 2 11, 20, and 3:11. Then he says that scholars have approached this odd dichotomy between the living and dead Rephaim in various ways, usually assuming some transfer of meaning from one realm to the other. For example, Rephaim originally referred to the dead, but was transferred to the Rephaim of the conquest, or it originally referred to living warriors in the conquest who were demoted to impotent shades of the dead in later tradition. And one more quick thing. A more productive and holistic approach to the question, however, would be to see the Rephaim as semi-divine heroic figures along the lines of archaic and classical Greek hero concepts, as well as at late Bronze Age Ugarit, where great warriors of the ancient times not only claimed divine parentage but also continued to function through the hero cult as a force of fertility, protection, and for contemporary devotees. Um, this is a lot of information to unpack. We don't have maybe that much time, but I just love how what you just said in advance, Brian already has in his articles, which are, by the way, all available for free on Academia EDU. All of these people I'm quoting, their work is available for free. So what can we say about him giving this context when it comes to Rephaim being semi-divine, including King Og? Like you said, this is more than just a name. This was a title, right?
Yeah, that's right. I think he's absolutely correct in this. It makes far more sense to view this semi-divine interpretation rather than um, you know retrospectively saying, "Oh, well, they're called Rephaim because they all got killed," right? I mean, which really just strips all the culture and all the mythology and everything built up around these people in everything that they did and everything that they wrote, just disregards all of it, in order to sort of do away with a supernatural interpretation. Um, so yeah, I think he's right. You have to look at this as incorporating the earthly and the divine elements, because that's what all the source material is pointing toward. That's the evidence that we get archaeologically. We see the veneration of these entities in the everyday life and practice of Canaanites and those further north. The Hittites and Hurrians and the rest of it as well. They lived and breathed this stuff, and I think we do them a great disservice to strip those elements out of their culture and reduce it to physicality and mistaken understandings about the way the world really works.